Uranus and Neptune are the outermost planets of the solar system. Most people don't even know that they're classified as ice giants, they're not even gas giants. Of course, Uranus and Neptune are radically different from Jupiter and Saturn. Uranus and Neptune are not mostly hydrogen and helium, which is amazing to think about how big. They are multiple times the mass of the Earth. They did not acquire that mass through the cheap and easy way of just getting a whole bunch of hydrogen and helium. They did it with the hard way. They did it with water, ammonia, and methane. Since these worlds Uranus and Neptune are made of ice, of ammonia, water, and methane, they get to be called ice giants. There is a lot of gas around they hover, and they also have a radically different formation history than the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn. It's in every discussion of Uranus and Neptune. The interiors, there's a massive rocky core, and a few Earth masses worth of core. Then it's surrounded by a mantle-like thing that's really a super hot, super dense, possibly the exotic quantum state of water, ammonia, and methane. It's in that mantle where interesting things can really happen. And this is where we get to the idea of diamond rain. This idea was first proposed way back in 1981, before even the Voyager 2 mission to these worlds, where you know what these worlds are made of: water, ammonia, and methane. Methane is carbon with some hydrogen groupies hanging onto it. Under the pressure at the outermost layers of the mantle, there are enough temperatures and high enough pressures that the methane breaks apart, and so the hydrogen goes off. Then the carbon is left, and this happens all over. So we get a whole bunch of methane turning into a whole bunch of carbon, and the carbon just find each other and binds together as carbon wants to do. It can form some large structures of carbon in a highly pressurized hot environment. Is exactly what makes diamonds. It's right there. It's the exact same physics happening under in the Earth, in the mantle of the Earth, where you have a lot of carbon and a lot of squeezing going on. It's possible that these diamonds can grow to be big enough that they precipitate like rain, like a raindrop. They get heavy and they sink down through the mantle. As they approach the core, it gets super duper hot. So hot that even the diamond itself gets obliterated into its constituent carbon atoms, and then through convection, the carbon atoms circulate their way back up to the top. Then the whole cycle begins again. It's like a whole water cycle, but made of carbon and involving diamonds, which is super cool. This is diamond rain. This can potentially play a role in the dynamics and the physics of these worlds. They might transport heat from up to down and down to up, which will play a role in convection and in the surface features that we see in these worlds. That might play a role in the generation of the magnetic fields of the planets. It's also just super cool to think that there is the precipitation of carbon in the form of diamonds, literally rain and bling, here in these outer worlds.